Rumchakso sakanchikan butper pring ni achkoborona dal November ni krok tam tarik hazagni krok ni butper pring sakanchinan pring nam dalo na chimang na adita achka songni aro dingtang Meghalaya adokni khoborang kor abaha da khobor ko jol khnatme rangskana das khangpa khobor ko jol khnatmangna Mizal mongobar pring ni scuba jimang orang getek Assam aro Meghalaya adok ni sima Arya dongba West Chantia Hills ajani mukrot songo asel ongaha Assam police rang ni kasan nggija slai gwani chi saktok mandirang so ta ko manaha aro wamak ni janggirang gemaha aro bang amandirangan sakna ko manaha ne khoboro yatani ko nangskaha Ya asal ni bidungo Assam Sorkari Center Agency chi sanjat china geta takaha anneba parakataha Andake Assam police rang ni slai ni gwani o dos kri ram mandirang sa sota ko manaha West Karbi along ni SP Imdat Ali ko kham rajatangaha aro unipalo getal SP Mrinal deka ko rabaskaha anne koborna uyatani ko nangskaha Andake Dakani aselo forest protection forest ni skotong ba kham dontongataha anne ba koborna uyataha Ya kamrang ni asel slai gwani o gulinange siang pamandirang na Assam azok tangka gong lak bunga ko siyang pamandirang ni noktangrang na ekskratia ko nanggen ini Assam Sorkari para kataha. Ya asel obostarang ni bidingo pulis rang ni slai ni guani o guli nange siyang pamandirang na tangka gong lak bunga ko nanggen ini ba para kataha. Unbaksa na Assam Sorkari aro Meghalaya Sorkari baksa ya asel ni bidingo chanchirmani ko dakke ya asel ni bidingo ning tuwe sandiani ko dakanggen aro judge ko songna gtaba chanchianggen ini ba koborna para katani ko unang skaha. Daw jol gani pa khobor ko khnatme rangskana Meghalaya Pradesh Youth Congress Committee aro Meghalaya Trinamool Congress Party ba Garo Hillstone ni Assam aro Meghalaya sima Aryo donggapa West Chantia Hills ajani murkot songo Assam police rang ni slai ni gwani chi dos kri manderang sakpunga ram manderang ni janggirang ko gema tahani na aro bang bia manderang ni sakna ko manahani gemen ya kamrang ni gemen MDA ko sorkari ni ko sako rakken jegalatani ko Meghalaya Pradesh Trinamool Congress aro Congress Meghalaya Pradesh Youth Nigita jegalatani ko dakange aro wamangna khalampaani ko mesokani ko dakange walni somayrango kendel soe wamaangni gemen chakchike dukko chakrmang phani ko dakangha anne khoborna wyatani ko ba naksona gata manskaha ya sel wan yo dukko ka geng pa noktang rangna aro dukko ka geng pa noktang ni mandirang na dukko chakrme khalampani ko ngatan baksana sakna ko maneng pa mandirang na tharak ke nampul china gata Wamang na bichakani rangko takaha ne kobona parakataha.
And then atrocities and through arrest, intimidation, and they had to, on number of occasions, pay to get their people released by these authorities concerned. So there's some larger areas of concern which must be investigated, and I will urge upon the government that there should be, proper investigation pertaining to these allegations that on number of counts, our villagers from these villages are subjected to arrest and they are harassed only when so it's more like a legal extortion, So this is something which should be investigated in a right perspective in the best interest of the people.
Chief Minister then when it happened, and now it's a totally different place, totally different area. Given that you're the Chief Minister today, what will be your course of action that you take?
The criminal proceeding has to be initiated immediately because this is not a place which is part and parcel of the area of difference. This is well within Meghalaya. Now, who does not know the constitutional provision in as far as dealing with this kind of situation is concerned? You are talking about people who are considered as authorities, representing government authorities. Therefore, another thing, you see, what I have heard from the villagers is that there has been similar kind of constant atrocities perpetrated by the authorities from across the border by the authorities from Assam counterpart. And people are made to somehow, they were telling me today, there are alleged instances where Assam authorities have similarly infringed upon these villages, arrested our people, taken them to Assam, harassed them, and the allegation that is subject to inquiry and further follow-up as per law is that the allegations are there that they were all the time subjected to this kind of oppression, suppression, and then atrocities, and this, and then create that whole sense of insecurity amongst the population. As far as the population in the villages of our Khasi and Garo-dominated villages, including the village which we are talking about, it's not only the areas of difference, but they are going beyond those areas which are well demarcated and defined as areas falling in those areas of difference in as far as Assam-Meghalaya border issue is concerned.
It happened in Nagaland, they fight that. How will the soft target will be Assam? What do you see this?
You see, if you revisit 2010, when similar kind of situation happened in Lampi, what happened is that after I visited the area, the place of occurrence, and met the affected people in the area, I could see that there was a complete sense of insecurity amongst the people. And when I tried to know further and reconnected myself with the past, preceding decades, then I was told that yes, that particular area had some presence of police from the state government of Meghalaya side, which was removed in 1989 for whatever reasons by the government of Meghalaya. So the first thing that we did was that we confronted Assam government and ensured that under no circumstances our people should be subjected to sense of insecurity, and therefore we put our the whole I must say we rather recreated the presence of our police in that area, and we followed up with the counterpart to ensure that no such instances of infringing upon the rights of the people in any act.
This our prayer circle. You will see that justice is done. This has been happening for a long time. To seek your mercy and grace. This saddest moment, we pray for the very family, not just one, but many very family. Our hearts are disturbed, our hearts are perturbed. Oh God, our Father, oh God, shower upon us your mercy and grace, and fill our hearts with comfort and peace. Bless the very family, bless the disturbing families, and protect our people with all in India. Never and just take Jesus and surround us and help us find a way to have whether there is peace and tranquility in this area. For the present and future generation, Jesus' name.
So take number of one of their responsible person. Anybody from the person concerned. Talk to them from the village. The responsible of infringing upon the rights of the people in any act which can be considered as oppression and suppression of the rights of the people along the border, and also any instance of possible atrocities on our innocent people. in those areas of difference and in the villages along the Meghalaya-Assam border does not take place, nor get repeated. That's the reason why we had an exhaustive discussion and we laid down, the guidelines as to how the situation should be dealt. Any time when any such instance takes place pertaining to law and order situation, in the areas which fall along the areas of difference or even in the villages across the border, then they have to get in touch with the counterpart and take the counterpart into confidence and proceed further as per the laid down guidelines and SOP in sync with the law of the land. That is what has been agreed upon, mutually agreed upon by the states, both the states. Why has there been deviation? Why is this SOP not being followed? And why the Assam authorities have been allowed to enter into the villages and then create that whole sense of insecurity amongst the population? I mean, as far as the population in the villages of our Khasi and Garo dominated villages, including the village which we are talking about, it's not only the areas of difference.